This is the American Electric Bike, and it's actually kind of a scooter setup, as you can see. Technically, it's electric bike because it's got those pedals, and you can actually pedal along to get going, though it's fairly heavy. This bike's like
165 pounds.
with the standard lead-acid battery. Now, they do offer a lithium battery that's a lot lighter, and it's gonna get more charge cycles before it starts to wear out. It's about $300 for that upgrade, and that's a really, big point about this bike. It's pretty affordable. It's like $1,800, and it offers, pretty good performance at that price versus, more traditional bicycle-looking electric bikes that might weigh less, but can cost kind of similar. So let me just kind of jump into the specs. As far as a bicycle specs, it's got a kickstand down there, and actually it's got a special lever that you sort of step on to lift the bike because it is sort of fairly heavy back here. There's pedals. There's only one gear, so it's just kind of like when you're a kid and you've got a basic one-speed bike. You got wheels down there with these nice big, extra thick, almost look like, moped or Vespa tires that I'd imagine hold up pretty well against thorns and stuff. The rims here are sort of this alloy that aren't going to go out of true. They're going to support probably more weight than a traditional bicycle. And the brakes are sort of these drum brakes, both front and rear, you can see right here. And they have pretty good stopping power, with my sort of limited testing here. It's been pretty good. What's neat about this is you can actually have two riders, so that, a little bit of an extended seat back here and this foot peg for the second person, and there's still room for quite a bit of cargo. Basic like basket in the front right there, you can put some stuff in. Then there's this rear box that opens up. Here's the user manual right there, and this is the charger. And it got it locked up, locks with a key. Same thing with the seat, actually. The seat can open up like this. Here's the battery with the handle. This is the lead acid one, it's a little heavier. You can charge it on or off the bike. It's just got a standard plug right here like your laptop would. And there's sort of a kill switch right here. So if you didn't, you're parking it maybe overnight or something, you don't want someone to mess with it, you can switch that to off, and then you can lock the seat closed, and then no one can mess with it. They can't, even try to pick the lock or anything there. This is sort of an override. And there's actually a little bit of extra storage space here as well. So pretty cool. The seat, again, is sort of like to me, it reminds me of like a Vespa scooter. You've got a couple little handholds here, basic handlebars up front. It's pretty comfortable to ride. There's little indentations for your feet, I suppose. So that's kind of a basic overview. Maybe there's one more secret spot here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So this one has sort of an upgrade with a USB charger for your phone, and then it can actually play the radio or your iPod. So here's the fancy keychain. Press play. Right? So yeah, you got a little mini stereo to work with on the road as well. So, kind of interesting the way they've set this up. It reminds me of like mopeds of years past, only it's electric. You get all these nice extra lights, like LED lights in the front. It's got turn signals and everything. Oh, let me demonstrate that real quick. So put in the key, like this, turn it on. Got your speedometer here, your battery level, and how far, your basically odometer. There's your turn signals. Let's see here. Kind of see it flashing. You've got lights, brights, horn. Woo! There it is. And these mirrors. Okay, so now let's get into the drive system on this thing. This is a 500 watt direct drive motor, and it's built into, again, one of the sort of alloy rim that's going to be extra sturdy. The battery pack in there is 48 volt, 12 amp hour. Fairly sizable, and you can feel it. Even though this is a heavier bike, it zips along pretty well. And it just, it feels solid, feels sturdy, but it's heavier than more traditional bicycles. It does have pedal assist. In my experience, though, it's sort of just, it's almost like on or off. It didn't seem like it had a variable speed that was very refined, and maybe that's an adjustment they can make, but as soon as I started pedaling, it just picked up and went, and then you'd have to be pedaling pretty fast for it to actually feel like you were complementing the motor. I'm told that it can get like a 25-mile range per charge, which sounds about right. Let's go ahead and just give it a test ride. I think my preferred way to ride is just with the twist throttle, so you can see. Pretty quiet. Oh, and I love the full suspension, right? You got spring in the back and then a little bit of a suspension fork up front. It's just nice and cush, like this thing cruises. Let me go ahead and throttle this thing and you can hear it in action. Woo! Almost instantly I was up to 20 miles per hour. Yeah, the train going by. Let's try this one more time. Pretty fast. Definitely got a lot of acceleration. A lot of fun. And it comes in several different colors, so that's kind of neat too. So, pretty good value on this thing, especially if you're, trying to squeeze someone on there with you, or if you prefer the look of this, more of a scooter style electric bike. So that's the American Electric Bike. For the full written review and other reviews, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.